With rumours circulating of legacy cast being in talks to return for Scream 7, what could this mean for the movie and who will we see return?
Your lemon squares taste like ass.
Welcome to my first ever I Scream Sunday, where I dedicate a whole day to Scream content. My name is Em, aka Horror, and today I will be going over some recent rumours and theories regarding the possible return of some legacy characters. Now, we don't actually know very much about who is involved in Scream 7, other than the information which was provided by Neve Campbell back in March. In short, we know Neve is returning, Kevin Williamson will be directing the entry, and Guy Busick has written the script. Roger L. Jackson also confirmed that he will be returning as the iconic Ghostface voice. However, rumours are in circulation about who is signed on already and who is in talks. There have also been theories on possible storylines which could see one particular fan favourite return. This is all speculation and nothing has been confirmed or made public regarding these rumours. However, it is always exciting to see these rumours and theories pop up. The first rumour that I'm going to be talking about is that Hayden Panettiere is in talks to reprise her role as Kirby. After years of speculating whether Kirby survived the events of Scream 4, we saw her return last year in Scream 6. She's now working for the FBI and has a special interest in Ghostface attacks due to her near-death experience at the hands of Charlie Walker. Her reception in 6 was not best received, as many thought she was not the same character that we saw in Scream 4. However, I do disagree with this. We need to remember that Kirby has matured since the events of Scream 4, which would have taken place when she was about 17 or 18. She's now a woman in her 30s, so would have changed over the years and would not have that same attitude that her 17-year-old self had. Her persona would have changed due to what she was a victim of, and this would definitely put up some sort of barriers around her. Going through the kind of life-changing events she went through would have changed the way she trusts in people, looks at situations and presents herself. Her love for horror movies is clearly still there, as we saw in her short scene with Mindy. However, it's not what makes her personality anymore. Whilst her enthusiasm for horror movies may not have been presented as much in Scream 6, she has thrown herself into a field where she sees real-life horror on a daily basis. So what would her return to Scream 7 mean? She works for the FBI, so I would imagine she would be more of an authoritative character if she was to return. That would likely mean more of a representation of the Kirby that we saw in 6 rather than 4, but who knows how the most recent events would have affected her. She may not even be working for the FBI anymore, and she could have taken a completely new route in life. One thing that I would like to see for Kirby is more of a presence and more of a meaning to the storyline. She's a great character and deserves to have a spotlight on her in some way rather than being pushed to the back. This might even bring back some of the characteristics that some fans felt that they were missing. One character who is rumoured to be returning is Gail. I won't go into this too much, as I have previously released a video about Gail's role in Scream 7, which I will link here. Since posting that video, we have heard that Courtney Cox, who plays Gail, is currently getting herself fit, leading people to believe this is in preparation for Scream 7 and possibly another chase scene. Whilst I don't see a Scream 7 without her, she has not yet been confirmed to return. Being the only character to be in all 6 installments so far, she is most likely returning. However, as much as I hate saying this, I do think this should be her last movie, as I can't really see her story progressing much further. Something I do want to see is Gail redeem herself from her previous decisions and for her to be written off in a way which honours the character. Another actor rumoured to be in talks to return to Scream 7 is Patrick Dempsey, with latest information being that he wants Mark to be more involved than what is being proposed. With the movie now being scheduled to start filming in December rather than September, this does leave room for Dempsey to be more available for the filming schedule. As Mark is the closest person to Sidney, this leads me to believe that he is most likely at risk of being targeted by Ghostface. His death would have the biggest impact on Sidney, and as we know she will be more vulnerable in the movie than what she was in 5, the only way to make her vulnerable is by ripping away her safety net, which would be her family. I don't see them going down the route of killing her children, so Mark's death would be the most likely way to get Sidney on a deep level. We have heard that Gail is going to be more prominent than Mark in the movie, which makes me believe Mark's role at this moment is very small, and that he will either die or be seriously injured in the opening scene or relatively early on. Whilst I want Sidney's happy ending, I do see this as being the best way to make Sidney weak and in a position she may feel unsafe. However, if Dempsey is successful with his negotiations, there are a couple of other ways to get to Sydney, which would still include ripping away her safety net. Last but not least, I will be talking about the latest theory surrounding Stu Mocker, a fan favourite who many fans would love to see return. I personally am not on the Stu train. I know that's a very unpopular opinion in the Scream community, but I do actually really love Stu and he is my second favourite killer. I just can't really see his return making much sense with this much time passed. However, Craven's Something Scary did release a very interesting video last week which mentions Stu's possible return. He spoke about Gail's lost footage, which was mentioned in an article written in Game Rant. This theory brings in the footage from the night of the Mocker House party and proposes the possibility of Stu surviving and this being caught on Gail's secret camera. This is a great theory and one that could possibly work at bringing Stu back. The only thing that I see stopping this theory going forward is that we saw stab footage in Scream 5 of Randy talking to the TV whilst watching Halloween. This would have been caught on the camera that Gail hid, so the likelihood of the footage being out there already is very high. Of course, Sydney did also witness Randy doing this when she was in the news van with Kenny watching the live stream, so this is something that could have been mentioned, but to get the scene reenactment so spot on from this description is less believable. Sydney seeing this also confirms that she is aware of the existence of the footage. The theory suggests that Stu's survival has been kept from the public and Sydney. I would assume that if part of Gail's video were publicly available, people would question why it ended abruptly before Stu would be shown as surviving, but this is something that could be easily explained. Either way, the full footage would confirm whether or not Stu is in fact dead, so I think this is needed to finally settle the debate. Gail's footage is something many fans, including myself, have wanted to see at least be spoken about, and its mention or return would fit in the franchise easily. Another situation which is adding fuel to Stu returning is the recent scheduling conflicts which has postponed the filming of Scream 7. Neve Campbell confirmed that the movie's production has been postponed due to scheduling conflicts for herself and Kevin. This has led some fans to believe that the conflict is actually for Matthew Lillard, the actor who plays Stu. Lillard is filming the Five Nights at Freddy's sequel, but should be free by the time the new filming schedule for Scream 7 begins. So as always, what do you guys think? Who do you want to see return and what theories do you have? Let me know down in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You can check out my other content here, and I am also working on a more regular upload schedule. With all that said, I will see you in the next video.